After spending all his money on his girlfriend, the lady decided to lie on this particular guy. He was arrested by the Ghana Police Service and sentenced to 2 years in prison. This is the very tragic story of this guy, Samuel Otry. This is Samuel Otry, a 22-year-old guy who was, very hardworking. He had a lot of jobs. He was a carpenter, he was a steel burner, he was a mason. And on top of that, he was an undertaker, and he did decoration for funerals and all this cemetery work. Yes, he did all this. So he had some amount of money. He wasn't broke. He was quite dope. So he had a girlfriend. The girlfriend's name was not mentioned in the story, but just know he had a girlfriend. So Samuel, according to the narration, loved this girl so much that he did every single thing for the girl. He gave the girl chap money, bought things for the girl, and all sort of things, to an extent that the girl's family was poor. So Samuel did something for this girl. Samuel took this girl and enrolled this girl into one particular work, and in that work, Samuel was the one who paid for the entry or enrollment fee. Samuel bought all the tools the lady needed in order to do the work. And when the lady completed and was about to graduate from the work, Samuel was the one who paid the graduation fees. On top of that, Samuel was the one who did all the clearance and all the items that were needed for the graduation. But the girl repaid Samuel in a very bad and heartbreaking way. At a very young age of just 22, Samuel decided to drop out of school and then start a business. And one thing was that Samuel was really very good at the business. He wasn't into just one business. He was into several businesses, and he was doing well at the time. So he had money. Samuel and the girlfriend were not living together. The girl was living in Koforidua when Samuel was living in Kumasi, however, was going around the country doing his work. It got to an extent that Samuel was the one who rented the room in which the girl was living. Remember, I told you that Samuel had enrolled the girl into one particular trade. So everything was ongoing very well and all those. So one day, Samuel went to visit the girlfriend at the house, the room in which Samuel had rented for the lady. When Samuel got there, the landlord of that particular house told Samuel to watch out because the girlfriend was bringing some men into that particular room. Samuel was like devastated a little bit about this particular information, but he didn't react badly. He just went into the room, said hi to the girl, they talked, and then he left again. He comes there during weekends and all those. So one day again, another person who works with the lady told Samuel again that he should be checking the girlfriend. The girlfriend seemed to be talking to other men. Samuel again swallowed this particular information and continued dealing with the lady. One day, Samuel, on his way from Bolga to Accra, stopped in the area Kumasi where the girl was now living, and then went to visit the lady. When he went into the lady's room, the lady was sitting with another guy. The lady told Samuel that was her brother. Samuel, don't know the entire family of the lady, so he believed the lady. He talked to the lady and then proceeded to his work at Accra. So everything was going on smoothly until the period for the lady to graduate from her trade came. They called Samuel to inform Samuel that the lady's graduation is finally here and that he is to pay this amount of graduation fees, buy this particular amount of items and all those. Now, Samuel's mother had a car, and that car was what Samuel was using. So immediately Samuel paid those graduation fees and then bought all those items that the lady needed and more, put them inside his car, started driving from Accra to Koforidua in order to give it to the lady. Now when he got there, the madam where the lady was learning the trade told Samuel that his girlfriend has another man who was living abroad. So Samuel should stay away from the girl because the girl has gotten somebody abroad. Samuel was very angry at that point. Samuel told the girlfriend that it was over between them. The graduation fees and all the money he had spent on her It's fine. However, the items he bought to come and give her for the graduation, he's not going to release them to her. So he went away with the items. Samuel knew this particular girl through his friend, so he went away with the friend. This lady called Samuel's friend and was like, why did you leave with him? Wouldn't you come for my graduation? Samuel's friend was like, after all you did to my friend, I am not coming for your graduation. This girl graduated, found a way of doing her graduation and blah blah. And about 3 months, they were not talking. All Samuel could hear one day was that police are looking for him. What did he do? Samuel first heard this information from one particular woman who also lives at Koforidua and knows the relationship between Samuel and that particular girl when they were dating. So the lady told Samuel that police are looking for him. Samuel was like, police looking for me? What did I do? And the madam told Samuel that the police are looking for you because that lady you broke up with has gone to tell the police that somebody broke into that lady's madam's work and then stole some cloth, and the lady said she was the one that opened the store for you to steal those clothes, so police are looking for you. Samuel was like, this is funny, what do I need clothes for? I can buy those clothes. So he didn't even consider that matter. He left it and then he was doing his work. However, one day while Samuel was driving from Accra to Kumasi, Samuel's car was not registered, so the police stopped Samuel. He thought they stopped him because his car was not registered or something. However, it was because they were looking for him, and apparently they were accusing him of breaking into that particular madam's store to steal cloths. When they stopped Samuel, Samuel was like, what the hell are you talking about? Because what cloth? I don't need cloths. If I need them, I can buy them. That particular cloth you are saying I stole them. The graduation fees alone I paid for that particular girl can buy those clothes and more. I'm not saying I'm a rich guy, but I have enough. I can buy those clothes. Why would I go and be stealing clothes? For what? For what? Now, here's what you didn't know. You see, the man abroad who was now dating Samuel's girlfriend was introduced to that girl by the madam. The madam who was teaching Samuel's girlfriend the work. That madam did that. So apparently that's why all this case came. Now, when that particular man who was abroad finally arrived here in Ghana, the man was a very, very old man. So apparently the marriage thing didn't work. The lady didn't want that old man, so it didn't work. So I think he was just trying to revenge Samuel for breaking up with her or something. So Samuel was taken to court. At the court, Samuel explained himself and explained. Now this is what is rather shocking. The statement was not written by Samuel. If you arrest me, I should write my statement. Samuel was handcuffed to a chair and a policeman was writing the statement. Samuel was speaking and the policeman was writing. Samuel was not given the paper afterwards to go through to find out that yes, the policeman actually wrote what he was saying. I didn't write my statement. You handcuffed me to a chair. I was dictating the statements for you to write. After writing it, you didn't give it to me to go through to find out that you really wrote what I was talking about. All this Ghana police and investigation, God, sometimes Ghana police are the best. Sometimes too, they are the most terrible group of police officers you can find in this world. Sometimes you just praise this Ghana police service, and sometimes too, they do certain things that you feel like, what is this? Why do you handcuff somebody to a chair? The person dictates his statement to you to write. Now, give it to the person to go through at least. You didn't give it to him. So, Samuel was arraigned before court. Samuel explained and explained and explained. Tire. They didn't listen. Finally, Samuel was sentenced to 2 years in prison. He was sent to prison 2 years for something he is saying he didn't do. And apparently, looking at the whole story, Samuel had money. Why is he going to steal cloth? What is he going to do with the cloth? Because he can afford the cloth. Even if he's going to steal, he will be stealing something bigger. Right? Because the boy had a car. The boy could rent a room for a girlfriend, buy things for the girlfriend. Like, Samuel was, he had money. Why would he be stealing cloth? So, at the time when Samuel was narrating his story to the public, he has served all the sentence and he was remaining 1 month. So Samuel is out of prison as we speak, living his life again. However, his story reiterates the fact that sometimes the criminal investigation department of the Ghana Police Service do not actually spend time and energy and effort into making investigations into criminal cases. And usually when somebody don't even go to pick a very strong lawyer, then that happens, because Samuel again said he didn't pick a lawyer. So usually when a person doesn't have a lawyer, then the case goes that way. So the rich who always get lawyers are free. The poor who are not able to get lawyers are usually in prison. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ridwan ADS. Like, share, and leave a comment.